no clear requirement, we might likely to fail. We don't even know what we're trying to solve, we might fail. Okay. So clear requirements help us succeed 2.5 times. Otherwise, we might fail. If you do poor analysis, if you don't do proper analysis in the beginning, then our project might fail. So PMI studies says that 37% of projects fail due to unclear requirement, not even knowing what we are trying to do, not even understanding our requirement well, not even analyzing our business properly. So it's very important that business analysis has to be done before we think of investing on the project, whether before we start the project. How do we do that? The first thing, we define a scope. That what we actually want to do. We want to set up the plan to increase our volume, our new product we want to build, or you want to increase our sales. So you want to set up new plan to have more production. If the production is more, we can sell more. So we have to define our scope first. What actually we want to achieve. Okay. So first thing is define scope. Define scope and the objectives. How do we do that? We connect with different stakeholders. We cannot simply decide, okay, set up the production line, start producing more vehicle, so I can make more sale. Before that, we have to actually meet customer. We have to actually meet a lot of stakeholders. Whether if I make the more vehicle, will I get more business? All that has to be understood first. Once you do that, then identify area of improvement. As I mentioned that projects are not taken to solve business problem. What problem you want to solve? What are the areas of improvement exist? Identify them. Then evaluate opportunity. That is very important. When you identify area of improvement, then evaluation happen. We actually do very step-by-step business analysis process. We actually find out what is current process, what we want to change, what is the current vehicle, what new vehicle we want to create, build. Okay. For example, if somebody want to take an ERP implementation project. So what we do? What is the current, how we are doing currently after installing ERP, what we should do? All that discussion happen. Okay. We analyze very much in detail. And then after the detailed analysis, we talk to a lot of experts. We do a lot of brainstorming. We document requirement and say, yes, now we, after analysis, after a lot of discussion, we decided to take up this project, and these are the requirements for the project. Then next step comes in analyzing risks. Even though we understood the requirement, we will not jump to taking on the project without analyzing the risk, understanding what could be the risk factor. Can we handle those risk factors? That's also very important. Business, we take risks, but we take very well calculated risks. We just don't take blind risks. So that's why we do a detailed risk analysis. I like to pause here and ask someone should answer me that, can you share with me one example of the project now? Because as you said earlier, you have not done the project. Now I explained you what the project is and what is the business is. And we take up the project solving business problems. Now I want you to give me an example of the project which you have seen around. Even if you have not done it, you have seen around. Aslan? Gayatri, yes. Can you, after understanding that, can you share one example of the project which you've seen around? Mhm. Good. So good example. So you are taken example of creating and launching new product, right? What we do, um, say take example that you are in industry of making the cars. Suppose you are owner of
Sir,
making company which makes the car, and you thought of making a new car. What analysis you'll do before taking up that
yes,
project?
sir. For example, we can take
Say for
if you
example, you are
wanted to
owner of
implement one new product in the
any
market.
big car
So
company
first we have to gain the
and you are
customers
thinking of
as of
launching a new
we
car.
have
So
to
what
gain the
business
customers and
analysis
we have to put
you will
the
do
cost into it.
before
First
take
is the
investing
capital.
in
We
this
have to find the
project?
stakeholders. As of finding the stakeholders in the sense we have to put the investment over there, and
How do you
we have
find
to
out
increase
that
the business
this
by
car
finding the
project is good
customers.
project?
For, after
Just give
finding
you
the
idea.
customers, the product should have to launch to the position. So we have to brand the name of the product to the
Hello?
market by
Yeah,
advertising or giving some ads or through newspaper or
good
everything.
point.
As a single
That's
by
good.
step we can
We find a market
improve
for the
over
car.
the
We
market.
find out
I
whether this
I hope
car
that.
which I'm thinking about will be sold to villagers. Will it be for farm sector? Villagers buy different type of cars.
Yes, yes, sir.
City people buy different type of cars, right? Some people buy the car which goes for off tracking and all. So you do market analysis, right?
Okay, sir.
That is part of business analysis.
Yes,
Suppose you know now that I want to launch this car
yes.
for people who are in city. Then now you'll start meeting for those people that what they want in the car, right? Then after knowing all that, then we'll come back to office and thinking about how much money we need for that, how much features you want, how big car should be, what should be the power of the engine. All that thing we'll start deciding, analyzing after meeting our stakeholders. So who are stakeholder? Our customer is our stakeholder. Our users are our stakeholder. In fact, we'll meet dealers also who are going to sell our cars.
For example,
Excellent idea,
we can
excellent
find the
point. Our
marketplace
investors are
for the
also
car
stakeholder.
first.